Hello everyone, welcome to Pro Fight Picks. My name is Valentin, and in today's video we're gonna take a look at UFC 266 and the best bets for this event. So, regarding the last event, fortunately all the bets worked out well, and congratulations to everyone who followed the advice. It was a good night for us. This is actually my bet. On the last event I decided to do the parlay with Anthony Smith, Joaquin Buckley, and I decided to drop in Erin Blanchfield, especially after the fight of Nicholas was cancelled. So I'd say it was a pretty good event. Let's see if we can keep up with the score and get some more wins on next Saturday. And potentially there are a lot of chances to do so, a lot of good fights and a lot of potentially nice bets. So let us not wait any longer and let's jump into the bets. So the first fight that really grabbed my attention and I thought is a pretty interesting fight for betting is the fight between Manon Fiora versus Mayra Silva. So Fiora lost her first fight by decision, but then she was actually able to produce a streak of 7 victories in a row, 2 of which actually were earned already in the UFC. At the UFC, Manon defeated Victoria Leonardo and Tabata Ricci by knockouts. Fiora's base styles are boxing and kickboxing. The French woman has a good stand-up technique and a pretty powerful punch. Almost all of her victories in the professional career were earned by KO. Unfortunately, on the ground she is less effective. However, she defends very well against the takedowns. Her opponent Silva, prior to joining the UFC, had a 5-0 record and has won only 2 of the 4 fights in the UFC. In the last fight she had a draw with Montana De La Rosa, and then before that she lost to Marina Moroz, who defeated her by decision. What can we say about Silva? Silva is a versatile fighter, but she works much better on the ground. She earned most of her victories by submission, while she herself actually never lost inside the distance. In this fight, Fiora's superiority in punching power and boxing skills should be the defining factor in this confrontation. I believe that the French woman will beat her opponent on the feet and will successfully avoid all the takedowns. In this fight, Silva will be hoping for successful takedowns and some grappling exchanges. However, I expect Fiora to win by decision or late TKO in this fight without much opposition. So the best bets for this fight, I believe the best one is Fiora to win. And in terms of the alternative bets, number 1 would be Feist doesn't go to distance, and the second one Fiora to win by KO or TKO. Let's move to the next bet. The next fight that I thought is pretty good in terms of the betting, and I think it's gonna be a pretty interesting fight to watch. So it's a fight between Uros Medic and Jalin Turner. So Medic won his UFC debut by KO against Alan Cruz at UFC 259. Medic is a versatile fighter with pretty good punching and grappling skills. He won all his fights inside the distance, while most often he won by KOs. So far, he did not face any serious opposition in the octagon, but I believe Medic has a very good potential. His opponent Turner at UFC had 5 fights, winning 3 and losing 2 of them. His losses came from Vicente Luque and Matt Frivola. Turner is an articulate striker with good boxing and kickboxing skills. He finished all his fights inside the distance, mostly by KOs. At the same time, Turner himself lost 3 times to opponents by KOs. So in this fight, fighters have a pretty similar style and they both prefer to fight on the feet. The superiority in experience and anthropometry will be on the side of Turner in this fight, but the aggressor is likely to be Medic. I believe that the most likely outcome of this fight is the victory of Uros Medic by late TKO. And looking at the odds, he's a slight favorite here at minus 125. I got lucky and I cashed him at minus 115 to bet on him. So I believe the best bet in this fight would be Medic to win, and alternative bets that has a very high chance of playing is that the fight doesn't go to distance and Medic wins by KO or TKO. I'm looking forward for this fight, and I believe it's gonna be a beautiful striking contest. The next fight is the fight between Dokus and Shamil Abdalrahimov. So Abdalrahimov in the UFC made his debut in 2015, having at that time a record of 15 wins and 2 losses. In the UFC, Shamil had 8 fights, having won 5 and lost 3. Those 3 losses came from Timothy Johnson, Derek Lewis and Curtis Blades. The base styles of Abdalrahimov are kickboxing and Wushu Sanda, in which he holds the title of Master of Sports. Also, the Russian has an excellent base of freestyle wrestling. Shamil earned a considerable part of his victories by KOs, but he can be very dangerous on the ground as well. In his case, I believe that the prolonged downtime can negatively affect his condition and motivation. He didn't fight for a long time. His opponent, the 31 years old American Dokus, has been fighting at the pro level since 2013 and made his UFC debut in August 2020. Under the UFC banner, Dokus had only 3 fights, but finished each of them inside the distance. Chris knocked out Parker Porter, Rodrigo Nascimento and Alexei Olenik, all in the opening round. Dokus wears a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but rarely uses his grappling skills. His main weapon in the cage is a powerful knockout punch that can knock down any opponent. In the UFC, Chris got unbeaten, but has previously lost 3 times inside the distance. Theoretically, Abdalrahimov can pass Dokus in class, but after such a long downtime, the condition of a 40-year-old fighter may be far from optimal. In my opinion, Dokus will fight in his usual manner. He will try to take out his opponent with a barrage of blows. If Russian moves the fight to the ground, Chris can use his grappling in order to escape the dangerous position or maybe even perform a submission. In any case, the most likely outcome seems to be an inside distance win for Dokus. I believe there are a lot of opportunities for him to win in this fight, and the best bets for him would be win inside the distance, win by KO or TKO, or the best bet in this fight would be Dokus to win. Moving on to the best bet for the event, in my opinion the best bet for this event would be a parlay which consists of 3 fighters, Fiora, Medic and Dokus, to win. I think it is a pretty safe bet with a pretty good return. Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss new videos. Leave your picks and thoughts in the comment section below, and thank you once again for watching the video. I'll see you guys soon.